Hey guys, this is Jay of Little Red Films. It's another Friday, which means it's another Feed the Beast how-to tutorial. Today we're actually going to be looking into Iridium. This is definitely one of the tougher resources to recover, so I figured I'd make a little video about it, try to keep it short and sweet so you guys can get your Iridium factories set up and have a little easier time of it than I did. Thanks, Enderman. Good point. So, basically, one of the ways I get Iridium is go to the end, and you're going to look for this ore that's actually pretty difficult to spot, and it's called sheldonite. And you can just... Really, dude? You're going to be like that? Alright. So, he's going to be a douche. So this is what sheldonite looks like. And it's a pretty rare natural spawn. While you're in the end, you're also going to want to pick up tungsten. This is for later use in the video. It's just another method of obtaining some iridium. Court has gone through and stripped this entire primary island in the end of all the sheldonite. So basically what you end up having to do is fly out to rocks like this, and it'll naturally spawn, but it's usually only in groups of 3, and it's, you know, floating around kind of like this. I think it's olivine. Is that right? Yeah, olivine. Floats around kind of like this, and you can just fly, and these little, like, I guess globby little islands will pop up in the end, no matter how far you go. And you'll also find tungsten out here in much larger clusters than you actually do find the sheldonite. So we're going to return to the main world before, because I already got this all set up. I made a little extra laboratory, well, machine shop, I suppose, just for this video. We're not going to be using the survival part. We're going to jump out here and come over to this section of the map where I've got everything set up. So we're going to need the rock crushing machine to help us out. This is a compressor. This is a blast furnace. You can get an industrial blast furnace, which is a single block, which I highly recommend, but that's kind of a whole deal in itself. So if you know how to set one of those up, do so. So to make our rock crusher over here, we need steel, which you make by throwing iron in here, and the fuel for the blast furnace is charcoal. Takes a very long time to cook steel, a very long time. I actually set this going probably 10 minutes before the video, and we've only got 5 bits of it. But so we're going to take our steel, and we're going to toss it up here in a compressor to get our blocks. And then here's the recipe for 4 rock crusher blocks. Unfortunately, we're going to have to make this recipe 3 times because you need 12 to get into this configuration. These are just hobbyist steam engines running. They're very easy to make. That's definitely something you can look up on your own, just set up. But basically, you're going to crush your sheldonite ore that you found in the end, and it's going to output platinum dust, and it only has a 10% chance of giving you iridium ore, but it's great, you know. Iridium ore, there we go, right there. So iridium ore can be made into iridium ingots, which obviously are a lot more useful. Just toss them in the compressor and they do this. But one thing we're going to do with our platinum dust here is we're going to take them and we're going to stick it in our industrial centrifuge. And this recipe takes 150 seconds to complete and quite a bit of power. Please, dear God, make sure this is running low voltage before you hook it up. Otherwise, your machine will explode and you will be a very sad panda. But once you get 9 of these iridium nuggets, you can actually stick these in a crafting table, or you can stick them in a compressor, which is what I like to do because I'm lazy. And they'll make themselves into ingots as well. For more advanced players, you can use this matter fabricator, which probably should get a tutorial video all its own just because it's such a bitch to make. But I definitely think it's worth it. It takes a shit ton of power to run it, and it's kind of a pain in the ass. Actually, here's where a tungsten ore comes in. You can also use the ore that you find underground. It's just much less rare in the end. But we'll macerate our tungsten, and that'll give us a bunch of tungsten dust, which is what we need for our matter fabricator, if this is your method of making iridium that you choose. And basically it consumes tungsten dust and a shit ton of power. I think it's 16 million EU to make a little bit of UU matter, which is what we need for this recipe. And I've got 5 ultimate hybrid solar panels hooked up there. So this actually takes a really long time. We just leave this running overnight, and we usually get like 20 pieces or something with our setup right now, because we only have 1 ultimate hybrid solar panel and a few lower level solar panels hooked up to it. But once you get your UU matter out of here, you can shape it into this, and it'll give you more iridium ore. There's a lot of different recipes that you can make with UU matter, so I suggest playing around with it because it's kind of fun to figure out where they all are. But yeah, that's how you make iridium, which is used for, you know, your quantum suit, your higher level solar panels, things like that. I hope you guys found this video helpful. I sure know I went to YouTube to figure out how to get all this stuff set up. Personally, I know Court and I use both of these setups, so we've got our rock crusher going, and we use a centrifuge, and we use the matter fab, and we, you know, so we do all this stuff to get our iridium, which I'm currently using to make higher grade solar panels for our survival lab. So remember to like this video and share it if you liked it, because it really helps us out a lot. As always, this has been Jay from Little Red Films. Thanks for watching, guys.